Hi everyone. Today is Thursday, October 16th, 2025, and this is a message for the collective. What I'm going to do is ask the question, how is it that we can begin to align with the highest version of ourselves? And I'm going to start by pulling a dream oracle card and opening up this reading with intention and connection, making space for the highest version of ourselves to come through. If you have come across this video, trust that there is something that will resonate with you, and don't forget to leave what doesn't. Okay, so party, celebrate yourself. This is one of upliftment and allowing yourself to see the truest version of yourself without judgment, without fear, without needing to be anything other than what you are in this moment. Now I'm going to pull some tarot on this so we can get into more of the specifics here of celebrating ourselves in what ways, and perhaps even what is it that we're missing? What are we not seeing that prevents us from celebrating our truest version? All right, so the Princess of Swords. There's a battle between your mind and heart right now, which is preventing you from seeing the truth, from seeing and embodying the truth. There is like an intuitive sort of hit that you've been getting about yourself, about something that you should be getting into or wanting to get into, or there's a curiosity here that you have been too afraid to open up, to open the doorway to, because you aren't sure. There is an insecurity surrounding your ability to do so. There's also fear of holding on to, fear of bringing something new into your life, of letting go of what doesn't serve you anymore. We've got the High Priestess. And this is your journey, the journey of becoming the best version of yourself, someone who is connected, intuitive, someone who can see herself, looking in the mirror and see herself for who she truly is and not what other people have been saying about her. And when you follow this particular curiosity, this is how you are going to be able to see the truest, most highest version of yourself. And that's why you feel so drawn to that thing. And we've got the Five of Swords. So definitely a lot of noise in your head right now. A lot of ruminating and sort of almost obsessive thinking that's negative. And this is your sign that all those ruminating thoughts, all those repetitive patterned thinking that you've been doing for almost your whole life, you can choose not to believe it. You can choose not to follow those things and act on them in the same way you have been since you were a child. Now this is your time to begin creating new thought patterns, stopping those thought patterns, making peace with them so that you can start becoming the High Priestess, the woman, the man, the person that you've always been wanting to be. I'm going to pull some guidance cards on this. And I'm going to do some sacred geometry cards. Because what I'm feeling is there needs to be a deeper connection to yourself. Being able to hear your true self among the noise and reconnect with your heart. Now, your heart isn't loud. It's not as loud or repetitive as your mind is. And it's not to say that your mind shouldn't be playing here. It's more about integrating. It's more about balance. You are smart, logical, intelligent, and now it's time to make room for the intelligence of your heart as well. We've got the Seed of Life reversed, And that's just indicative of a new seed wanting to plant itself in your life, a new pathway wanting to reveal itself, but also a sacred pause wanting to show you first that you are capable, wanting you to sort of get your thoughts together, your emotions together, and decide who it is that you truly want to be, and to let go of the negative thought patterns that aren't serving you. Mountain messengers is definitely something that is being encouraged here, to be in nature, to be in silence, to be with yourself so that you can access guidance. Meditation is a good one. Being in a body of water is what I'm getting. Being in a place where there's a lot of nature, trees, hiking, animals, things that are true to their nature so that you can access the truest version of yourself as well. When you are around nature, there is this intuitive ability to lean into what comes natural to you. And then we've got the octahedron reversed here, which is connection and wanting to show you that in order to really take the high priestess path, you need to start connecting your mind and your heart, because that's where you're going to be able to find and accept and love on the most natural version of who you are, who you came here to be. Now, I'm gonna ask for a little bit more specifics, because it's so easy to say, access the truest version of yourself by going out in nature. And that can be confusing because in this time and there's just so much information, and being able to hear yourself amongst the noise is a little, it can be difficult, especially if this is your first time kind of wanting change and wanting to embody change, not just talk about it, not just write it down. And I want to point out here, many people want to know the actual specifics of, what part of my life is the reading talking about, or a spirit is talking about. What specific part of my life is God speaking to me to? But I want to point out here that when you make change in one version of in one aspect of your life, it becomes a complete change. Everything else will fall into place with that one change, or fall out of. And so there's going to be this gradual acceptance of reception, so receiving, and also letting go. And that's an important skill to learn throughout your life if you want to continue evolving, because you're gonna have to let go of things that don't serve you, of old versions of yourself, and make space for something new, which also takes discipline and commitment. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull some cards here. I'm asking for a little bit more specificity as we move forward here. How can we begin to take action on this change of the High Priestess path? Legacy of light. Get in touch with your family. Get in touch with people that speak to your heart. Old friends. Friendships that you've had for a long time. Seek advice from the elders in your life, and not with the intent of asking for advice, but just sit with them, be present with them, allow them to tell you, make space so they can tell you their stories, and be able to see yourself and gather what resonates with you so that you can begin to apply them, because they hold a special key for you that you can also get when you're in nature. After the storm. This is an important card. It's very intimidating as well, because we think, oh man, chaos. We think, excuse me, we think, oh, we're headed into chaos, but it may already feel as if you're experiencing chaos within yourself already. And I feel that is true for many people. It may not seem chaotic on the outside. They may not present themselves as chaotic, but inside they're questioning. They're trying to find meaning and understanding within their life, because they understand that they no longer fit who they've become and they want to evolve into something more, and that can feel very chaotic on the inside. And this is just preparing you for the fact that not only are you given this storm because you want to evolve, that your higher self is ready for evolution, but this is also an indication that you are not given, you are given things that you can handle. This wouldn't be presenting itself if you weren't able to handle the process of change, as chaotic as it may feel. So instead of resisting it, fighting against it, this is your indication to flow with it, to change your perspective to, I have the opportunity to show myself how strong I am right now. Last card, the word wants to be written. This is an important card of transformation, of allowing yourself to step into the curiosities that was mentioned at the beginning of this reading, so that you can begin seeing who you truly are and taking that priestess path of intuition, of becoming the best version of you, to be able to see yourself for who you truly are, so that you can shine and celebrate the truest version of you, and to hold on to all the things that make you feel good and let go of the things that don't. And I think that's the skill being asked to be embodied here, is this process of being present with yourself, asking yourself, does this even make me feel good, or am I just doing this because I've always done it? And letting go of the things that don't feel good anymore, and not feeling guilty about it, because it is okay to grow and choose differently and have preferences. And so I hope you were able to draw something valuable from this reading. Have a great day.